How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is your boy Mars, and today is a special video for you guys. It's 2025, and really good news. The PlayStation community now is with us here on Forza Horizon 5, and I'm super excited. First of all, this video is kind of a welcoming video. Also want to show you guys a full-blown tuning guide on how to tune a rear-wheel drive vehicle in 2025. There is a lot of things that we learned throughout the years, and I want to implement all these things that I've learned throughout the years and show you guys all of that. So everybody new to my channel, hit the subscribe button. Also, my name is Mars. Everything on here is pretty much going to be tuned for drag racing and road racing. So if you are into that or want to get into it, I am that guy that'll show you the simple steps on how to do it all. So let's get right to it, and let's start off the video here. So we got the Buick Regal. This is kind of the vehicle I always use. It is an extremely popular vehicle. Majority of the community use this vehicle because it is in the right weight, which weight is normally about 2,800 pounds and up. Sometimes we do brackets of 26 and 2,700 pounds. So, you know, we got those there. But the Buick Regal is iconic, very easy vehicle to tune, and one of the best ones for you guys to start learning on. So let's start it off. I have the vehicle fully built already. And then from that, I'm going to show you guys do the tune and how I do a base tune. And from there, I tweak the car and make it better and better and better and better and better. So that is all the concept here, is just to get a good grasp of it, how to launch it, how to drive it, and how to build it. So I am that guy. Let's go right over here to the conversions, guys. The 6.2 liter, guys, is an iconic motor to put in this game. It is extremely well put. It moves the car really well, and the original engine, honestly, when you fully load it up, it doesn't give you that much power. So the 6.2 liter is going to be the one to go. 1,000 horsepower is normally what we do in the quarter mile. We mainly do quarter mile races. We do not do half a mile races or a mile race. It's just not a thing. Quarter mile and eighth of a mile is. So for all you guys new to the community, that is where we do. Best thing about this game is all the tuning you can do with these cars, and also all the engines you can put, which is a plus. We're going to start off with this motor here. 1,009 horsepower, 6.2 liter V8, 28 on that weight, as you guys see. Normally it is what we normally use rear-wheel drive. So see, cars originally rear-wheel drive, and we're putting in the twin turbos. Now that's my first thing. The second step, I go right to the engine, guys, and we are going to fully build it. We're just going to put all of the parts here race, besides the oil and cooling. So the oil and cooling is the only thing I do not put race onto the vehicle. I do put the flywheel, and as you see, no oil and cooling. Reason why: you gain a lot of weight for only a few horsepower more. So no need for it. You only gain a little bit of horsepower, so let's leave it alone with that. And we are going to put the intercooler there, of course, to get that 1,009 horsepower. Besides that, the next thing I go to is right over here, which is going to be the suspension. Of course, going to put almost everything on here. Is going to simply just be race. Rally with this suspension, though. Rally is extremely important. It is the only suspension to use for drag racing. It is soft enough that it compensates for all the power going from the front to the rear, and it makes those rear tires stick really well with the rally suspension. So please, guys, go rally suspension. There is an off-road suspension, and there is a sports and stuff, but off-road or rally is the one to go with. That is the one to put on your car. Over here, we're going to put that there. We're going to fully weight reduct it, and no need for roll cages, guys. Now we have drag tires, and they grip very well, so no need for the roll cages. And put all these rest of the parts race, so they can reduce more weight on there. That is it with that. Let's go right over here. We need to tune the car, so we got to put everything on here simply race. Two transmissions we use. We use this one here, and also the 4-speed, which this one does not have the 4-speed, but if you get the 4-speed option, you do reduce some weight on there. So 4-speed option is the way to go as well. So right now we're just using the race for this car, and let's go right over here. Make sure to put The rest of the parts race, just like you guys see. Right to the tires, we are on the drag tires. They're normally all the way in the bottom of the selection here. And then with the front of the wheels, we're going to leave them alone at 245 since the car is a rear-wheel drive drag car. And in the rears, you're going to go as wide as possible with the 345s in the rear. Another thing is make sure to put the lightest weight wheels. They do have some really nice drag wheels on here from whole shot brands to Welds, which are very, very great wheels to put on here, like to see like this one. And they reduce a lot of weight on the car, so make sure to put those. Huge technique that they've added throughout the years. Leave the front alone at 16s, but you make the back wheel as large as you can. You get a great top end speed. It gives you a little bit more in weight, which adds to getting a better 60 foot. So making your rear rim bigger. It makes your car grip better and give you a better top end. Besides that, if you guys want to put the spacers to make it look more aggressive, you guys can. I normally don't, but if you guys want to, you guys can. There's nothing wrong with that. And that is it. All we have is the hood option on this, which it does reduce weight, guys. It does reduce your weight on there, so make sure to put the hood. And then when it comes towards bumpers, normally is this Forza stuff and this Forza stuff, which is not needed at all, guys. No need to put Forza wings on there. Mainly this is for circuit racing and stuff like that. It does work in certain aspects, but it is not ideal. It's not ideal to use, so do not put that. Make sure to put the hoods if it does have it, or anything that does make the car lighter. So we are done there with the build now, guys. Let's go to the tune here, guys. This is a stripped out tune. This is how it normally looks when a car is for the tuning. And then this is what we're going to do. So normally what I do as a baseline, I make my tire pressures all the way down. Nowadays we don't go all the way down on tire pressures. We kind of use about 28 to like between 24, 28, around there. It's kind of tire pressures. 15 is just for the safe side of it. And then on your front, you want it to be inflated. The reason why you want it to be inflated all the way is so that you want barely those front tires to touch the ground and reduce some drag on there. So fully inflate the front tires. Make sure to disinflate the rears there at 15. And now we're gonna go to the tune. I already have a tune here that I already, I just didn't want to go outside and then tune the whole car and blah blah blah. So here is the tune. Let me just do this one here. But essentially what you want to do is have your first gear be as short as possible while still having the car grip when you launch it. So when you launch the car, you still want that first gear to grip, but yet you want your first gear to be as short as possible. The only way to go make your gear as short is moving it towards acceleration. That's how you get it to be as short as possible. If you go towards speed, you make your gears a lot longer. So that's how you tune it here. And you're going to have first, second, fourth, fifth, and sixth. If you do choose the 4-speed transmission, it'll just be 4, of course. And you have that final drive that you can put it pretty much anywhere you like. Initially, you're tuning the gears for the final drive. So if your final drive is in the middle at 4, then you're going to tune your gears to 4. The gears will be a lot smaller or shorter towards speed, but that's the way the whole final drive works. So this is just a tune for this car here. If you guys want to write it down, take a picture, all that, we go with that. And now we go over here for the alignment. Normally these are messed with. Some of the guys go full positive in the front. What that does is barely, again, remember, you don't want those tires to be touching the ground, so you want it to be fully inflated, and you want this positive camber in this game so that you will have those tires barely touching the ground. So these people do front tire positive for these cars. But for this video, as we're just going to make it a simple tune, everything zeroed out and 7, as we're just going on a straight line. So that is that with that. Over here, we're just going to go and fully put this towards towards stiff front and rear, all the way maxed out at 65. You just want it to be pretty stiff. The car is, again, going on a straight line. And then here, what I like to do, I like to swap these two. As you see, this is a 253, and this is a 205. But I want my rear to be the one to be stiff enough that the front end raises up in the air and wheelies really, really nice. So I'm going to make this back rear here stiff as the same front as the one, the same number you see on the front. So there you go. That's close enough to it. And now I'm gonna go all the way towards soft in the front. So the stiffness side of it is going to be in the rear. Soft is going to be in the front. Initially, what it does is makes all your power go to the rear. Those rear springs are stiff enough that it'll make your car, not be too bouncy in the rear there. And then we're going to go here. Make sure to have this front and rear at as high as you can on there. And now let's go to the dampening. The dampening, what I do, I always do everything based on this one here. As this one is a 7.6, so I make this one here a 7.6, and I make the rear a 1, and then I make the front a 1. So what this does is an equal distribution between the rebound and the bump stiffness with the vehicle. So as you see, the front is soft, the rear is stiff, but now the front is stiff and the rear is soft. So it makes it real nice equal distribution, and it helps the car very, very well to hold on to those back suspension and make the car wheelie very, very well. So let's go over here. Nothing with this, and make sure to put this 100 and 100. You're only going on a straight line again, guys, so acceleration all the way to 100, and it will work very, very, very well. Now the 0 to 60, guys, acceleration, I normally do not look at that most often. This does not do it is not really to affect because of the way we launch our cars. It is not set up to the way we launch our cars. So unfortunately, the 0 to 60 1.6 and 3.9 there, you see it doesn't really do much when it comes towards the way we launch. But I do look at it at certain points and certain aspects when I do certain things with the suspension. But yeah, that's later on in the future when you guys get better at it. So let's save up the tune, guys. Let's go straight to the quarter mile here, since there is a lot to show you guys. Beautiful car. This is one of the houses here. Great house to be at. Right now I have my graphics all the way up here at the 1440, and the car looks immaculate. Got the carbon fiber doors, got the hood carbon fiber. Looks really, really nice, proper drag car. For where we race, guys, we race here mainly in the festival quarter mile. There's a festival quarter mile, which I'm going to show you guys that. The festival itself is a half a mile, which we're not going to use. There are people that bring like top end cars here in this half a mile here, which those will be like the Lamborghinis and the Pro Stocks and the Camaros, certain cars like that. Those go on the half a mile and then they honk 3 times and race there. We don't do that. The quarter mile is initially this pole right here, which is 1320 feet or 440 yards. Let me go here and put the speed trap. So we race towards the speed trap. So let me do a waypoint there. So as you see, we're at 460 yards. If I move it to 440 yards, this is right here, 440 yards. As you see, you're right at this pole here. Your car is, the whole front end is in this front pole there. That is the real 440, the 1320 feet for the quarter mile. This is where we race, guys. From here, someone will throw in the reverse lights and we'll race from here all the way to the flashing lights. To launch the car, it's going to be e-brake, gas, and clutch. But first and foremost, I want to go and show you guys my settings. We are here with standard in the steering wheel, guys. Simulation steering wheel will make your car spin, and it's not good. It's not good to be in simulation. It is good for all-wheel drive cars and front-wheel drive cars, but not rear-wheel drive cars. So make sure when you are in steering, guys, you are in standard steering. After that, everything is turned off. Manual with clutch is the only way to go. Hopefully you guys are practicing manual with clutch. It is a few buttons to press, but once you get used to it, it is the best way to drag race. Everything else is turned off. If you guys see, I do have my rewind on because I like to rewind back to the beginning, and I want to see how fast my car traps in the quarter mile. So that is that, and this is my settings. This is what you guys should have there. I use controller 1. Map layout 1, the original one that comes with, so it's nothing special on that end. But yeah, so now remember, as you guys know, it's e-brake, gas, and clutch to launch the vehicle. So first and foremost, make sure to get the car wheels hot. You can do a standstill reverse burnout, which will get the car's wheels very hot, or you can go back and forth, just like that. Okay, so let's move it up here to the quarter mile. That's 440 on the yards there. Boom. And now to launch the car is going to be e-brake, gas, and clutch. So when you press the e-brake and gas, take a look at the RPMs. You're going to see the RPMs shoot up. When the RPMs shoot up, then you press down the clutch, just like that. So what I did is I pressed the e-brake first, the gas second, and the clutch third. Now I have 3 buttons pressed down. If I on and off click the clutch, I can get it to be just a little bit higher of your RPMs. This is telemetry, guys. To put this telemetry on, you have to turn off Anna. Anna is the lady that's going to be talking to you and all that good stuff. You turn her off and you put telemetry. Here you can see all your vehicle stats, which is very, very awesome. You can see your tire pressures. You can see, you know, all the good stuff with the car. And it is the best way to go here. So I normally leave it on here so I can see what kind of torque I have, boost I have, and how many RPMs am I at on first gear. And now all you have to do is let go of the clutch and the e-brake, and the car will do a nice settle wheelie, and you're just going to transition those gears back to back to back while using the clutch and of course shifting. The cars you want to do a 170 consistently, and that's how you get it to be a great trap speed there. But yes, guys, remember to launch the car, make sure to get the tires hot, e-brake, gas, and clutch. Tap on the clutch to get a little bit higher, let go of the e-brake and the clutch with the gas press all the way down, and just transition those gears. If for some reason let me get it to mess up. For some reason it does this for some reason. So when you press the e-brake and gas, and this is all it does. Some cars you can just tap on the clutch and it'll get it higher, but sometimes this is what happens. If that happens, you gotta reverse and forward again. You gotta roll to a stop, and then do e-brake, gas, and clutch. Now it works. You see what I'm saying? So if that happens, reverse, forward, make sure you roll to your 440 stop, and then e-brake, gas, and clutch, and then you can get it to launch the way you want it, which is going to be 4,000 RPM. This is what majority of us use, and that's the way we go. That's what we normally do there. So quarter mile, best quarter mile spot is this here. This is for the test and tune lobbies that are in looking for group. It's a spot where we all go to host lobbies. It's looking for group. There's a lot of Discord locations also that you can go to, and you know, you got to start following Discord, jump in Discords, and people host drag events, cruise events, all certain kind of events, and are also hosted there as well. But that is that with that. This is the best quarter mile spot for it to get your cars faster and to tune them and everything like that for the quarter mile. Second spot everybody be drag racing at is this right here, right next to the festival, underneath the bridge. There's a quarter mile pretty much from the sign you see here on your right. This yellow sign here is your next quarter mile spot. A lot of people race here, which is very, very nice. You race from here all the way under the bridge to the 440, which is kind of about I'll show you, it's pretty much like an exit. You can have somebody block it or mark it, but yeah, this yellow sign right there is where everybody launches. We're gonna all race to the quarter mile, which it is right here, right there. The entrance right there is where the quarter mile ends. So this is another great spot to race in quarter mile. Here is not as grippy as it is in the festival events, but you'll finish your quarter mile kind of about right here. This is where you'll finish right here. Boom. So you'll pass this white line there, and then that's where the quarter mile will finish there for you. So that is that with that. Any other quarter mile spots? Of course, anywhere on the highway, anywhere that's long like this or whatever, you guys can just race there. And yeah, super excited for all the PlayStation people. Hopefully, you guys like the video game. It is an amazing game. There's a lot to do on here. And the community is super happy to have some new people to race with. And yeah, that sums it up. My name is Mars Tuning. Hopefully, you guys like my little guide here that helped you guys out. I'm pretty sure I hit all of the points on there for you guys, that I'm not missing anything. We did the build, we did the tune, show you guys the tune, and that is it. That is it. That sums it up. Hope you guys like it, subscribe, enjoy, and go through all of my videos in my channel. I have over 700 videos to show you guys with all different vehicles. So hope you guys like it, subscribe, enjoy, and see you guys around with another drag tune video. Peace out, everybody. Bye bye now.